What up everyone? Good evening, happy full moon. The last one for this year. Just let our lunatic family trickle in. Just want to hop in, say what's up to everybody joining right now. Microwave Soda, what's up? And Maxine. And Runa, Stardust, what's happening? So just get set up. Got dark just now, and the moon's coming up next to a telephone pole, and got some clouds, but it looks amazing. 100% illuminated. Last few nights have been cloudy, so pretty happy that we can get a view tonight. Saturday, December 18th, 6:37 p.m. Eastern, Central Florida, hot and humid. Winter time, summer. What's up, Miguel? What's going on? So I'm gonna get myself a drink, get settled in here. Let's let our family join in, and I'll be live for a couple hours tonight, play some live jams. Make sure you hit that 4K. Make sure you share the video with somebody who would enjoy it, and definitely request some songs. I'm gonna talk about lots of things tonight, particularly this recent chat that Rupert Sheldrake posted on his channel. He chatted with Graham Hancock, and people probably know him from the DMT kind of ancient alien circles, and they were talking about consciousness, and I definitely have some opinions about what they were talking about, but it really was preeminent in terms of just going back and forth, talking about specific things, and they got to a place where they were trying to discuss. Actually, Graham Hancock basically put Rupert Sheldrake on the spot and said, how does the mind extend outside the body physically? And then the question never got answered. They kind of got into a debate about things and kind of went down a rabbit hole, but that specific question is actually really the interesting part. Whether Rupert Sheldrake knows exactly how that works, or whether or not Graham Hancock believes it, there is a physical manifestation that we can talk about. What's happening, Esoteric Gold? What's happening, Rainbows and Butterflies? Hey, yeah. All right, we got this really stunning moon. Glad to share it with you. Let's get kicked off here with Calling My Mind. Vibes.
Ready to
a little truncated to say what's up to everybody. I see some old friends coming in. Dagger Spells, wonderful to see you. Welcome back. Dr. Ayad, how's it going? Welcome. SJ Sharks fan, I said what's up. And who else? Aram Vorax, what's going on? Justin Lee and Jill. Great to see you both. Alright, let's jam a little bit. We got the full moon. I'm recording right now, so it's basically full screen. Got a few clouds. What can we do? Let me know if you can hear this alright. It sounds good. Yeah. And let me know if it's crackling or popping or peaking. Crackling, popping, peaking. Where's my thing? Where my thing at? Alright. What's up, Z-Proxy? Don't want you crawling down my chimney. I don't understand your clothes. Enemies like Easter bunnies. I don't wanna play the ball. 44 v 44. Don't sweep the streets no more. We are automatic against depression. Cash machines can go to hell. I don't need your Easter bunnies telling me what news to sell. 44 v 44. Don't count the sheep no more. 'Cause you're golden. Oh, deep down in the whale's belly, you are the caterpillars multiplying golden. Oh, deep down in the whale's belly, we are. Don't count on dealing roller poster. I have yet to speak my law. On the news is preacher's money. I don't even read the score. 44 v 44. Don't sweep the streets no more. And I can feel in Santa vision. Living comes in high regard. With your peace and love's intention, then I might believe we're God. 44 v 44. I count the sheep no more. 'Cause we're golden. Oh, deep down in the whale's belly, we are. Those caterpillars multiply golden. Oh, deep down in the whale's belly, we are. Those caterpillars multiplying. Ooh, golden. 'Cause you're so golden. Oh, you're golden. Yo, what's happening, NGC? Welcome. Came here just on time. Just in time. Happy full moon to you. Scarecrow Strawman, big love. What's up? What's up? I hope I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, starting off pretty strong. I left you for so long. Started off but staying here. Awfully take me too long. What's up, Jedi Princess? Welcome. Waves onto the full moon. Oh, you're out there, nice to see you. I know I'm trying to let you late. Stay up so late. Welcome to the full moon stream. You know I can't be mean to you, 'cause everyone is oh so kind. The kind I like to smoke and be so close to you. I appreciate all the patience, appreciate all the kind comments while I play some tunes for you. What's going on, Cat? Oh, we are treated to the live singing tonight. Getting warm here. We have some wonderful detail on the moon tonight. Always imagining, or rather visualizing, the moon's field, the auric biofield of the moon, resonating towards us. Indestructible ideas are vanishing, oh, aimlessly wandering away. The nation crawls insatiable into your nighttime activities, your liberties. What can you say? You're my sister and I love you forever. You're my brothers and I love you forever. Say, you're my sister and I love you forever. Just find the time, just find the time, just find the time, just find the time. You're my brother. Love you for I recall I knew the sun, the elements fall in graces. Watch out, all we love is from the one. The beating bones and body races. Would you tell me what you like? I got so much love for you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. You're my sister and I love you forever. You're my brother and I love you forever. Say, you're my sister and I love you forever. Find the time, just find the time. Child, say, notice me. You're my brother. Say, you're I love you forever. Just having fun. Just having fun with that one. Alright, what should we play here? Yo, what's up, Marky Rizzo? Welcome. Looks like the moon's getting clearer. It's so perfectly full right now. Very grateful that we get to see it. Yesterday was so cloudy. Actually, the last few nights have been very cloudy. Felt like I might miss it. I'm glad it gave us grace to see its lovely face. I know. Oh, thank you, moon. It's nice to know you're here to stay. Just a little while. Just a little while. I'm so glad you blessed us with your face. Oh, soliloquies and butterflies fly so high above your street. Oh, baby, know what I mean. And looking at you through the atmosphere, I have no fear for you. I don't know what to do, but play my heart out soon. You'll see. Oh, what I mean. Soon you'll see. You know what I mean. Sue Hill, what's happening, Patrick? What's going on? All right. Make it a love and I'll go on. A really sincere hook to get me right, oh. Just a hit of that and I'll go on. Talking till the night is come and gone. Oh, give me the truth and I'll go on. Raving about the world, but nothing's wrong, nothing's right. Just a hit of whiskey and I'll go on. Dance until the morning plays my song. It's all been a dream, oh. Yeah, sweet stars calling you. Gotta give me a hit of love and I'll go home. A really sincere hook to get me right, oh, yeah. Just a hit of love and I'll go on. Talking till your love has come and gone. Ooh, da-da-da-da-da-da. So nice to see everybody. No, it isn't my birthday. My birthday passed a little while ago, but thank you anyway, NGC. I think I must have put some weird birthdays on YouTube, who knows? Never put the real one. Alright, take a little break here, play some other songs so I don't wear myself out too quick. We've lost the moon, unfortunately, for a moment, but it don't matter. Also, we got Orion coming up. Maybe we'll get to see that. It's one of those kind of low-hanging cloud fronts. So stick with me. Let's listen to some of this Call in My Mind album, and I'll be right back. this dream, fly away from a sinking body. I got dragged into this place, back from time and space. I was in line for another party. Your mother done came along, asked me where the hell I thought I was going. I said I got nothing to hide, and nowhere sounds pretty good to me. Staying with the dream, I'll make believe in the light of the moon come down. Pretty mama, don't make them come round, and the depth of your frequency stop. In a man home, don't make them come round, in the light of the moon. Oh, I will steal your heart, and steal your heart. Favorites in spare, the longest chair in my evaluation. Speculate the worth, a lifetime in search of good intentions. So to find out what to do, if you don't, man, then you're screwed. You'll burn in search of the truth. Make believe in the light of the moon. Yeah. Oh, I will steal your heart, steal your heart. In the light of the moon. Oh, I will steal your heart, steal your heart. That story, that it was all make-believe. Oh, that story, that it all make-believe. That story, oh, that story. All right. We'll hop in here. Just felt like playing that right away. But what's up, Mary? Quite good to see you. Genghis Khan, what's happening? Who else joined us that I missed? Hope I didn't miss you. Let me know. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this moon is kind of playing hide and seek tonight. It's all good though. Let's do something different. All right. Let's throw me some lyrics in the chat room. Let's do some chat room song. It's been a long time since I've done that. See if I can do it still. Nothing too poetic. Just something fun. Something hooky. you hide so easily. You ride every cloud, every surface, every mile, until we see this has come around. Until you see us come around. Oh, can't you see how I wanna live my life is with you? How I wanna give my heart back to you. Now I've been waiting, I woke up this morning and dragged my ass right out of bed. I said I woke up low, shade light temperatures above my head. And so I flew deep, I tested it, doctor, but it's so cold now. Let's get down, 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 and I'll get up. I'll get up. I probably need the lyrics for this one. Or not. Whatever, let's do it. From the hot lights, no, I. 'Cause I've been thinking that you should be mine. So call me up, 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 and let's get down, 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 yo, down, down, down. So let's get up, 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 and let's get down, 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 yo, down, 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 down. Je t'attends dans l'amour sensuel, revenu avant que le même semaine, achetant la prison même, dans les gonds souliers. Je suis la même que quand l'avons-les chaque jour. Je t'attends dans l'amour avec ses mecs et agrégés, et l'amour magnétique, c'est l'amour magnifique, mon amour magnétique. Cool running. Nobody cut wide, move wide, no line. I've been beaten from the hot lines, no, beaten from the hot eyes. So call me up, 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 and let's get down, 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 yo, down, down, down. So call me up, up, up. Oh yeah. Yeah. So call me up, 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 and let's get down, down, down. So call me up, 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 and let's get down. Moon power. Oh, well, 'cause I left home at 17. And I couldn't tell you, I was living a dream. What could I do? I could sing in key. Let's try that again. Alright, spoiled it. gotta take another sip. Catch me if you fall, catch me when you're low. The moon comes high and up, like the lands we used to know. Catch me if you fall, oh catch me when you're low. Yeah, I really got the dry mouth and the tired mouth, the tired mouth, the tired throat. Also, catch is really hard to sing. I wrote some songs, they're hard to sing. Bonsoir, Sébastien. Comment ça va? No, there we go, some moon. I appreciate the recommendations of singing lower. Yeah, like just all the things tonight. But, you know, I love going for it. Sometimes I'm straining, but it's still fun. What you say to me is so sweet, yeah, Mary. How you come by every night that I'm here. Oh, Mary, don't marry no one else, Mary. She gotta fly her own way back to the stream, oh Mary. Don't be sad when the show is over, 'cause I'll be back to save us from embarrassment. Yes, I'll be back to save you from roaring energy. I don't know. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at here? I was once following every quarter. Sure feels like this world is out of order. Seems that coming night is trapped under my skin, oh, pushing back again. Like the forefathers calling my name every time I contemplate. Push and pull, concentrate, somehow existing just the same. Oh, tear through the wind, the ways of my teachings, flare through the way. Tear through the wind, lost the way that my teachings, just trying to be weird. I said I was once falling every quarter, sure feels like the world is out of order. Seems the coming night is trapped under my skin. Play something. It's one of those nights that I wanted to improvise a bunch, but I don't know, I'm distracted. distracted by the clouds, and just wanting to do too much all at once. So let me find something that I can just play. Let's do this one. I'll take a little break. Feel what you feel, you got to know just when to speak. Oh, better believe me, better believe you. This is what you seek. Oh, love what you know, you got to learn how not to fall. Oh, better believe me, better believe me. Want to tell you all. Think what you want, but I can't listen to the blues. Better believe me, better believe me. So we cannot lose. Bleed how we bleed, you got to know just when to heal. Oh, better believe me, better believe me. This is why you're real. Wow, it's right out in my range tonight. I think I might have to cut that one a little short. I don't want to push it. Yeah, let me take a little break here before I get too embroiled. Do some cactus dance and Grown to Like You. Maybe we'll see if Ellie pops by. Hope everyone's feeling great tonight. Saturday. It feels so late already because it gets dark so early nowadays, but yeah, feeling awesome to be able to share this view. Let's adjust the camera. Maybe we'll do some zoomed in shots here. Cactus dance coming through. let's try that again. I went and had a little bit of a... I got really hot here because these headphones are tight. You get all the screens. You get really flustered right in the zone, especially when I'm trying to kind of perform. That's how it is. But thank you for all the encouragement. I'll try Cadet one more time because I really love singing it too. Let's see what I can do with it. Feel what you feel, you got to know when to speak. Better believe me, this is what you seek. Oh, love what you know, you got to learn how not to fall. Better believe you want to tell you all. Think what you want, but I can listen to the news. Better believe me, soon we cannot lose. It takes a day to how we bleed, got to know just when to heal. Oh, better believe it, this is why you're real. Love what you know, you don't just know when not to call. Better believe me, will you tell us all? It's part of the way you school the fool. Yeah, I'm pushing a little too hard. I tried. That happens. It's kind of, it's distracting when I'm really pushing, so I can't really pay attention to the chords. That's how it is. But we got some Muna, which is nice. So let me go adjust the settings again. I feel like this cloud layer is about to clear. I'd love to get in some crispy little shots. Let's play some new stuff. Also, let me know if you can hear that little beep. I feel like it just might be my headphones and not coming through. But play some Stretch Ghosts over here. Share your armor, left here with this baby for my own father. like you're cool. I've been waiting on the sea for years. I've been waiting for the secret all along. And you know what brings it? Don't you know what soul can see? Singing about this dream so long for you. I've been dreaming about the song. So long for you, I've been singing about the song. So long for you, I've been dreaming about the one with you. I've been singing about this dream. So long for you, till I see the color of your eyes reflected in the picture I made for you. All along, and you know what brings it. And you know what soul can sense it. And you know what brings it. And you know what soul can. We got it all. And you know what brings it up. And you know what soul can sense it. And you know what brings it up. And you know what soul can. Holy crap, looks so good. That was just an amazing full moon right there. Love to have the patience to wait for the clouds to move. We got blessed with these incredible views. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Yeah, really feeling kind of dry tonight, so sorry, played a little bit. Maybe I'll play a little bit later as well. But we'll keep going with the jams here, keep the vibes high. Just want to quickly say one or two words about consciousness because I feel like it's one of those things that that every time I'm not streaming, I'm always like, I gotta get online, talk about this. People don't understand it. Nobody seems to articulate what's going on with consciousness. And I was also mentioning that Rupert Sheldrake and Graham Hancock had a discussion recently, posted on Rupert Sheldrake's channel, where they talk about consciousness, and Rupert Sheldrake is actually is as animated as I've ever seen him in all the videos. He just goes right into it and starts explaining about how the mind extends outside of the brain, out of the head, but he never really gets into detail in terms of how information is stored or information is interacted with when it comes to two resonating systems. And the simple kind of articulation of this concept is that human consciousness field and memories are actually a real thing. So it's tightly wound plasma toroids or knots in circles or shells around the body. And not only human body, but all animals and things. Everything has an auric or biofield layered shells, and these plasma shells actually store all the information to where the mind extends, and it extends and kind of picks out pieces of information that it needs from the conscious fields around each body. So that's really the answer. I kind of wanted to react to Rupert Sheldrake and Graham Hancock's video, but I just want to say it here, where nobody writes it in the comments, all these kind of ad hoc ideas about an imaginary field or an invisible field. It's pretty visible. I think all these experiences with, from as simple as rubbing your eyes and seeing hexagons and gold shapes, to having psychedelic experiences and seeing these hexagonal nested shapes. The fact is, you can actually see the field, and you can feel the field and hear it. So it's not invisible, and it's not imaginary. It's real. What's really important to understand is that it's just not within the visible spectrum, so to speak, but it's right outside of it. So, and the fact of the matter is, it's actually, when I really think about it, it is within the visible spectrum, because we use our field to see things, so to speak. So it is within fields, but it's articulated, it's kind of confined to a certain spectrum. And it makes sense, because if you could see all colors and all light and all spectrums all at once, you would ultimately see nothing. So it's very good that the human consciousness, or the oscillator calibration of the human body, hones in on just certain frequencies as it needs from its field, and so on and so forth. So people entering each other's fields, communities creating community fields, virtual fields, the Earth, planets together creating a duplicative field, a merged kind of plasma bubble between the Earth and the Moon that kind of moves. And this is how the Moon and the Earth remember what to do from moment to moment, or so, are conscious from moment to moment. So if anybody goes and, what's up, Amy G? Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. You're most welcome. Yeah, just, so I don't know. I don't know if I even want to leave a comment under those videos. I always feel like it's a bit weird to be one of those people that's like, no, I got the answer, let me explain it to you. But it is funny that Rupert Sheldrake, who really came up with this idea, or extrapolated this idea about fields, about what is it, panpsychism, the fact that information arises at different points all at the same time, which makes sense. So I don't know, I feel like I want to keep talking about the same idea, but the human chakra alignment, the human chakra kind of organization is what creates these layers of plasma, in consciousness, of moments, of time, smell, all of this knotted in these layers, and it's a real thing. All right, I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point, but that is the point. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that. Let's get back to the tunes here, because there's so many ideas around it, but really, if you just imagine that the humans have a field, animals have a field, Earth has a field, it just starts to make sense in terms of how we interact with one another. Otherwise, there's just completely no reason that things operate the way they do. And that's why when you listen to that video of them having a discussion, kind of leaves you with even more questions at the end. But they're really dancing around the detail of this topic, which is the fact that the fields are real and can be measured. So, all right, that's what I wanted to say. Let's get some Dream Me up in here. What is happening, Hot Rod Scott? Welcome. Did I miss anybody in here? Richard Garcia, what's going on? Lost Brooklyn, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. With talk a little bit about the field. So I feel like I'm being abrupt for no reason. Take some time, we'll sketch it out while we're watching the moon. So, what am I talking about when I say the human biofield? All right, so let's draw out a human. All right, we've got a human. All right, I'm drawing with a mouse, so forgive the roughness. Okay, so human biofield is a thin layer of plasma. And when I say plasma, I mean, a lot of things all at once. So let's say that humans are grown along a Birkeland filament, a coaxial twisting circuit. And the chakras are nodes, knots along this circuit, or this coaxial cable. And this circuit goes into the ground, so we're grounded. And the circuit goes into the sky, into the atmosphere, ionic sphere, so on. And so you not only have that, you also have fields going this way and that way, like out the front and out the back, along every single node. So the reason symbolism is coincidental and people, where's that? Where's my brush? One second. There we go. Okay, so close that. Right, so along these filaments, you have these oscillators. Each of them is oscillating on its own. This explains how we have kind of a brain field. We have a throat voice field. We have a heart field. We have a stomach field. The gut has its own brain, so to speak, membrane. Right? Root chakra. And all of these work in tandem to create a larger layer. And what is this layer? This layer is the universe, or the ether, pushing in on the oscillators. The oscillators are pushing outwards fractally through the body and as a whole body and as a system outwards into the ether. And then a layer is formed that is three-dimensional, like an amniotic sac, so to speak, that is invisible to the naked eye, but actually is stored perpetually in the air around us. Now, as it gets older, it gets more diffuse, so it goes out. We keep creating new layers by interacting with previous layers and creating new layers. New layer comes in, pushes the last layer out. This is the passage of time. Every layer has a series of memories that are accessible by the stalk, or the Birkeland filament, or the grouping of chakras, or individual brains of the body. So, and this, every chakra or every human biofield is mimicked at every scale. So every particle, the smallest size of the universe, the atomic structure really, the nucleus and the electron shells that we grew up with, this is what it actually looks like, I think, where you have these shells, like an apple is grown, the thinnest layer at first ends up being the skin of the apple, and it grows out along these same shapes, the apple core, the hips, and side-by-side hexagons that we see, and that's where eyes are formed along the Birkeland filament. And then it's the same reason lungs are formed symmetrically along the Birkeland filament, and the same reason hips are symmetric. So the same shape is recursive throughout. And then the hands, right? Your hands are large, small, pinch, rarefaction, compression. So fingers, right, have the lines that separate them. This is fat, skinny, fat, skinny, right? And the hand itself is hexagonal to a degree. There's so much geometry so that you can figure out all of this. And what's going on here, the left, right, fat, skinny, is the coaxial twisting of the Birkeland filament through every tiny particle, quantum particle, human being, or solar system actually generates the momentum, the movement of the universe by spiraling, by twisting. And so what it does when it twists, it creates counter-rotating currents. So at every level, you have these layers. So one goes one way, one goes the other, in the simplistic terms. So let me undo this a little bit. I don't know if you're following me here. It is complicated to explain it, so I'm trying to take my time, and I feel like this is one of those things that I stumbled across, but I also put together from a lot of different ideas, from Eileen McCusick, human biofield, Rupert Sheldrake, the morphogenic field, Dr. Jerry Tennant, electricity is life and health, Donald Scott, electric Birkeland filaments and how stars are created, Theoria apophysis, Ken Wheeler's ideas about mutual mass acceleration, and also the shape, the intrinsic shape of reality, this torus and the hypotrochoid. So I put all that together, and then we look at the moon. The surface of the moon is all these side-by-side hexagons. So there's a lot of recursive geometry in nature that shows that geology, human beings, molecular structure, honeycomb, basalt flats, bubbles, all do the same thing, they are spheres. Let me draw this. So you have a sphere. Actually, we can draw it right on top of the moon, because now it's finally clear. We got this boundary layer right here between Sea of Serenity and Sea of Tranquility. And you can see I can draw a very clean pentagonal shape around Sea of Serenity. And you can draw a pentagonal, but really you could probably even draw a hexagonal around. Let me see what happened here. Let me go adjust the camera one moment. Yeah, so what's going on here? Why do these shapes look the way they do? And I wanted to also talk about a couple of things. So I realize, I say things to the tune of nobody talks about the moon and there's no lunar geology. But in fact, the last couple of years, actually recently I went back and looked. In the past couple of years, there have been a lot more lunar geology videos, some from different channels. So I went and watched them just so that I feel like I'm not talking out of my ass about things that I've actually heard the other story or the main story. And this idea that craters on the moon and all the features on the moon are from either volcanic activity or from impact cratering. And so I watched, and there's very, very strong evidence and a lot of science for impact theory and volcanic lava tubes for all the rills. But at the same time, there is a lot of organization. There's replicability in terms of electricity in a laboratory creating these same types of structures. So there's a very strong argument to at least discuss the possibility of electric scarred surfaces of planets and moons. To me, it's as equally as plausible as there was this massive bombardment 3 billion years ago that created these very specific shapes on the moon. And when I was watching some of these videos, there was one where there's one older professor in New Jersey who actually, he knew his shit, so to speak, where he knew the names of craters, he had seen things before. There were a lot of photos that he took himself or his students took. So I don't want to say that there are no videos at all of that sort of stuff, but there are videos. However, I think the stuff that I talk about is interesting. I'm pretty okay if the impact theory is the way things ended up being around the moon. So I'm not sitting here trying to say it has to be this electrically scarred surface in order for me to be happy. But I think it's an interesting theory. I think it's replicable. There have been channels like not see the pattern, but Electric Universe Eyes, Dive Fly Fish, Billy Elverton, Too Tough to just many videos of electrical scarring in a laboratory that created the surface of planets one-to-one, and also created these kind of blistering surfaces that we see on the moon. So what was I going to draw? I was going to draw this idea of boundary layers between bubbles. Yurate, have a great night. Thank you. Bonne nuit. I'm glad y'all are tracking with me. All right, just a little bit more here just to explain kind of this idea of boundary layers. So let's say we have a perfect sphere drawn two-dimensionally, and we have another sphere. This is a very crude and simplified version of one of these plasma shells, or a memory shell. And in this shell, like a bubble, if you've ever seen it, there are all these different kind of inconsistencies in the surface, this laminar flow. This flow is kind of an invisible to the naked eye layer, and it's twisting knots. And these cymatic knots are, I want to say attached, but they actually make up the entire layer. So anyway, I just want to simplify it here. So these two spheres oscillate and create these expanding circular shapes. Ultimately, these shapes meet. And this, I think, is where these very sharp-edged shapes in nature come from, like the hexagons in honeycomb, or the bridge between human eyes, right? If we draw out human eyes, you'll see this area between this field. This is the dielectric inertial plane where matter, where orbits appear, where the center of the eyes appear. Right here is where the Birkeland filament runs through the middle, encased in a tube, right? This tube is impinged upon by the center. It's pulled in, and that's why it turns into an hourglass shape. This shape, if you look at your hand, at your right hand, you'll see this exact shape on its side. That's why you have this shape on your hand. And if you look at your fingers, they do the same sort of thing. They kind of expand, contract, and the whole hand expand, contract down to the arm, and then the human body, the whole body, expand, contract. And so we are manifestations of the Genesis oscillation. Let's see. Hot Rod Scott says, I'm on the impact side. Some which I wonder were from objects sent by man with intention to either harm the moon or move it. SJ Sharksfan says, looks like boobs. That's the same reason boobs look like that, is because they are grown along a filament symmetrically. Right, eyes as well, bridge of the nose, right? This is exactly why humans, creatures, things look the way they do. We live in this symmetrical universe, which is explained by ad hoc, chalking it up to genetic code, or chalking it up to, that's just the way things are, but if you really want to understand it, right, the heart is an oscillator, and it oscillates into the ether around it, front and back and side to side. But then when our whole body is laying down, all our chakras are oscillating down to the earth and upwards into space. And therefore we have a different conscious experience due to the fact that we're experiencing a different field coming into our field. So this is how we have boundary layers. But then let's say you have a person here and a person here. If you were to look up how do we see, or how do we feel, or how do we hear things, or how do you taste things, the field actually explains that as well, because what happens is these fields overlap like ripples in a pond. And right here, where the fields intersect, these points, these in and of themselves become oscillators. They create memories. Now, each person is going to send out a magnetic ping, so to speak, to these points. And this, I think, is what focus is, bringing things into focus. And of course, it's not just these points, right? It's a lot more points. But this is what we see in nature and water. And we're in a field that is mostly water in different forms. So human, particle, animal, object, everything oscillates at a different vibration. Things that oscillate very fast are very hard. Things that oscillate very slowly, I think, are more diffuse. So that's why next to us, the oscillator is very strong, so it creates these very powerful short-term memories. And then our midlife is about 15 feet away, 6 feet away, 10 feet away. Eileen McCusick references potentially 30 feet away. And if you cross-reference that with some of the transcendental meditation, they talk about the field, thinking about the inverted Merkabas are 30 feet. So let's say your birth is like 30 feet away from you, your half-life, just like elements decay. It's all a recursive fractal shape of the same thing. So I feel like these points are what creates the intersection between, we either send out an impulse from our eye to these points, and then we form images, mutual mass acceleration of magnetism at these points, as opposed to like seeing the actual person, vice versa. I actually really feel like we are seeing projections of each other at different points, depending on which sense or combined senses we're using. So this is how you're seeing, feeling, tasting, breathing, all of this into the field, creating memory of the moment. The moment is then processed and moved outwards to like the skin of an apple. Eventually, you have your golden age, which is your midlife, and then you start to rot. So it really mimics what we see in nature. All right, we'll take a little break here. Hopefully the moon will come back, but yeah, just checking the comments here. Let's see, I'll go backwards. Morgan Ellis, what's going on? Hi, I'll be listening. You're welcome. Jedi Princess says, which is why one can sense someone walking into a room. Yeah, so not only do we have our bubbles or shells, so to speak, but then when you're in a room, because plasma is diffuse and because the kind of interference points between these shells create a whole mess of different different little oscillators, different memories, different feelings, and you're awash in the field of the merger of the two fields, or something to that effect. But not only that, homes and computers and cell phones all have their own field, right? So I think the complexity that we see in quantum field mechanics, or when you see these very these kind of huge, these unified theories, ideas with very complex math and very complex shapes, these shapes are probably real and the math probably does work. But the primitive shape, this idea of the torus and the hourglass, is much simpler to understand in terms of the fundamental building block of these much higher order shapes. So it doesn't take any extraordinary leap in logic to look at the honeycomb that bees make, to look at bubbles in a sink, to look at the bridge between your own eyes, to look at pictures around the world of geology of hexagons, and then to look at the surface of the moon and also see hexagons, and make this correlation and actually apply some weight to it and say, like, this is actually really important or significant because it actually supports the idea that everything is this one fractal recursive shape over and over, but layered to the point where it becomes so complicated that it is not completely digestible by a single mind, which makes sense, because if it were digestible by a single individual, that individual wouldn't have an individual existence. It would have an overwhelming, like, it would be over capacity to some degree. Same thing with, if we could hear everything, we would hear nothing. If we could see all spectrums, we would see nothing. The limitation creates the detail. And when you think about these fields, you realize that the fields are the big thing, and these overlapping points and oscillators are the small thing, and they exist in perfect relation to each other, and they move constantly and ebb and flow. All right, little break here. Thanks for listening to me go off on that. I've been wanting to say that. I've said it many times in different ways, but I feel like I'm articulating it a little better each time. And I feel like when I listen to those chats, Rupert Sheldrake stuff, I wonder if he really knows this, that it's a real field. I assume he does, and I imagine that Eileen McCusick also believes that there's a field outside the body, but it's not imaginary, it's a real thing. It's just that if you saw it, you would see nothing. So you only see individual points of the field, which is the detail we see in the world. And there's no real explanation for it besides, in a way, besides saying, oh, it's a simulation, there's a God. It's all ad hoc. It's all made up things that can't be proven or disproven. But you can prove field mechanics because we see it. It's just undeniable. We see it in the shape of reality, in the shape of us and nature and the stars. And why wouldn't it be the case that we could understand the self? There's no reason it should be beyond all minds. It should be beyond some minds and approachable to others. so fire. Set the feeling so fun, 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 so fire. Set the So those were a few obscure tunes. It just cleared up pretty nicely, but I don't know, maybe not actually. So at the very top you'll see it's dimming. That's due to the fact that I have my scope pointing out the window, and it's the top of the windowsill hitting it. All good. I think it's time for me to kind of wrap it up and get some food. Pretty hungry. Pretty blitzed today. Feeling good though. I'm happy I was able to talk about the human consciousness field, the ether, plasma bubbles, human interaction, and how it's all fractally recursive or geometrically recursive throughout all scales and throughout the universe. So thanks so much, everybody. I'm gonna play for a little bit longer, but I'll play some more tunes. But yeah, starting to wrap it up here. I'll try and stream over the next few days. We'll see some waning crescent moon. It's been a long time since I've gotten like the last quarter or the last 23%. And on the next clear night, try and get some Orion Nebula. So yeah, let's just enjoy some more tunes together, some vibes. Let me know if you have any other thoughts or song requests. And yeah, once the moon hits the very tippy top, call it a night. So I'm gonna see if I can surprise y'all with these tunes. What's up, Rockstar? Yo, just want to hop in and say what's up to, I said hi Rockstar, but also P&K Space Imaging. What's up, my man? Long time. Glad you stopped by. Yeah, never does stop. We keep going. I'm glad to kind of be back doing this a little bit. I'd taken like a long period of time off. I'm not sure if you've been scoping or doing research, but I kind of was out of the loop for quite a while. Feeling like I could get back in the groove. So yeah, I want to say I appreciate everybody hanging out. I know I sound a bit sleepy. I am a bit sleepy. It's just one of those days, just dragging down the field. Let's keep going with the tunes here. Share your thoughts with me. I'm gonna go more rock and roll here. Stay with the cool rock vibes. What do we got? No, maybe not that. What about
politics. Skip your election talk. Tell me what the narrative.
Yeah, also the solstice coming up next week. It's going to be an exciting month to scope. Already it's been awesome, but yeah.
Oh, what's in the air? No one can see. No one can be. What's in the air today? She's got a lemonade and stays home every time she comes over. What do I love her? No, no, do I wanna touch her? Do I girl I never knew. She was the one with the attitude. We go like hand in glove, like pouring salt into my wound.
us out. So, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm pretty starving at this point. And we've lost our moon for the night. I feel like P&K is going to do some streaming, so that's great. Try and tune in and take a look. I hope you get clear skies. So thanks so much, everybody. Happy full moon. Happy early solstice. Congrats for getting through this crazy year. And I appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your night. Great day tomorrow. And yeah, next few days I'll stream again. Keep the bell notifications. Take care, everyone. Captain signing out here. Let's see. I'll end it on something fun, like old times. All right. Take care, everybody.
Oh, with your candlelight, I got your potion while I play. Your distant wish is my delight. To your fire in the sky. Oh, I'll take you for a while. All that for you. For you. Do what you do to try to feel special. But you lose what you do, and you got your cue social. Oh, it's just like you space to try to feel special. Caught on the apple peel, she gotta feel special. dinosaurs.